YouTube! Good morning. Rob, Gene Ranch, Homestead. We're going to start out with some good news, then we'll have some bad. The good news is we have some lambs that are doing well. Bad news is we had a lamb pass away this morning. Frog's little doe, the girl, she just didn't make it. She wasn't feeling well, and we tried a few things. We ended up tubing her, and I should have probably filmed that a little bit. Let me move. I should have filmed the tubing, but I didn't. Just so it's information out there. There's plenty of videos out there, but you watch it, and pretty much we had a soft rubber tube and a syringe, and you look up the size amount of feeding per weight. So we weighed her last night, and she was in at 5 pounds and like 2 ounces. So she was pretty small to begin with. Weighed her up, tubed her, had her swallow the tube, and she literally passed this morning. So, well, here's Rogue Nation. No fence to keep them in because they don't care about electric fence. I just shut it off because it kept on breaking. So they're kind of in the what we deem the winter paddock. There's not much grass there. I don't know what they're getting at, but they've been out in the pasture. They're goofy. Well, we're getting confirmation, but Luna and Ophelia are probably leaving today. Is that? No. Let me find her. So Luna, the moon spot. Then the little doe there is Ophelia. Or is that? No, I'm wrong. Alright, so Luna's probably leaving today, and so is, where'd she go? Ophelia. Yeah, she's hiding by mom. Of course. There she is. She's the bigger. Okay, so yeah. Out of the triplets, Ophelia and Luna will be leaving. They're the last of the triplets. The last two. Ophelia was the bigger one and last born. Luna is the smallest, and she was the firstborn. But Luna has moon spots where Ophelia does not. They were Craig's children, which Craig is no more. Because we took them to market because we didn't need the exact same buck in case we had does, but then we're like, we're not going to do dairy anymore, so that's why we're just selling off the dairy goats. So Craig and Debo would have gone anyways. So we're going to be down to Patch and Minnie here, and then we have Jack, which is the buck. We have Felicia, which I have a potential buyer for Felicia right now. And then we have Rhythm, which was Rhymes. We will probably keep Rhythm because she's pretty big. And she's got 2 different colored horns, which I really like. So I will probably keep her, and we'll breed her with the Melatonin and go with that and see what we get. So we should have a decent meat breed with a dairy. So maybe she'll be a good mother that can handle a decent amount of load. But her mother really couldn't handle her. So we'll see what happens. We're going to check her bag and her nipples to see if she's, tripled up or quad or just has 2 really nice nipples. That will determine if we're keeping her or not. But yeah, slowly weeding out the dairy goats Then we'll be pretty much all just meat breed. And that's kind of like our commercial type thing that we have going on. It's just a way to have some income. All right. Okay, YouTube. Next day. Oh, jeez. Taking out the garbage here. Not much else happened yesterday. Pretty much everything was uneventful. Here, let me change that a little bit. Uneventful. Went mattress shopping. Boy, I'm not gonna get political on it, but holy cow. That's crazy. All these mattresses are just through the roof right now. I talked to a guy there. I was looking at him. He goes, "Hey, expect those mattresses to go up 40%. He's like, shipping containers that used to cost $2,000. You can look this up. They went to 25 grand. Well, they're going to 40,000. So you want to talk about inflation right there and shipping costs. Among my things doing today, went out to the goat pen and we found a passed away goat. So Luna passed. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to make some big changes and change things out, how we're doing things here. My mind's already turning. It already was about things that I need to do to change. So I'm glad we didn't sell her off and someone else had to deal with this. I prefer us to take that burden. But it's just not been a good first season for us. I mean, it's a lot of live and learn. But yeah, I really start questioning about doing this at times. But that's part of it all. Just keep on keeping on. Let's see what else we can find. On a positive note, there's this little guy. He won't have a name. I don't know. But he's doing well. All the other lambs are doing well. There's probably too much glare. Fancy's is doing okay. There's Fancy, no lamb. But, yeah, there's the thief. She's doing all right. Well, also I put in this goat trough feeder hookover thingy. And I put that in and I mounted it to some hemlock to the back side here, and I put the separator in. I've been filling that up with alfalfa, and they really have been going to it. The females really like that. It's helping them on milk production. The only problem is I have to pull the males out. And pulling the males out isn't easy. Actually, I just have to block them from out here. I gotta literally go in there, grab them, and yank them back so they don't get in there, and I gotta put them off to the other side. All right, back to the other side. Put hay in for Jenny. She likes it because it's hers and hers only. No one else can get to it. You see, she's in the back and she's kind of just trying to get in. Sheep are just, they're hounds. Yeah, that's definitely the ram line. Uh-oh, I'm getting the stare down. Yeah, so there's Fancy's ram lamb, and that's Frog's ram lamb. So they're both on a smaller size. So one's a little more active, but seriously, Bandit, he's doing pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with him right now. You can see his limp. But I can't feel none wrong. He's limping more. We better check this out. Now he's putting a little bit of weight on it. I think when he gets going, he puts less weight on it, but when he's just walking, he puts a very light amount. But I'm going to pick him up, see what's going on. Okay, I just saw the renegades around this corner. I'm going to see if they still are. No. They went inside. Well, crap. When we bought this, though, it was not supposed to be a Flemish Giant and supposed to be bred. I can't tell you how big it is, but that's my hand. Her head's as big as my hand. This rabbit is clearly a Flemish Giant. I mean, wow. I think she's just going to be a pet. Her name is Mookie. This is why you build quail hutches no more than 12 inches tall or 6 feet tall, because they start flying up at times when they get spooked and they'll break their neck. All right, so you guys saw Mookie there. That's our Flemish Giant rabbit. That wasn't supposed to be a Flemish Giant, but it is. I talked to a person who's dealt with Flemish Giants, and he clearly saw a picture of it and said, yeah, that's a Flemish. It's almost time to start breeding the rabbits. We haven't been breeding the rabbits at all. I didn't breed them for Easter. You know, the Easter bunnies to sell them, whatever. Yeah, that could be money for the homestead. But I didn't do it because a lot of people buy those. Then they end up just being resold. Like, people buy it and then it's resold. Does that happen a lot around here? No. A lot of people will end up keeping them just because it's the area we live in. But back when I was in Illinois, more than likely people would get them, or they would get those, chick days, and people would buy the baby ducks and the baby chickens. Then they would turn around and resell them because it's over with. But it's getting that time. I wanted to really start breeding them March 1st, but I didn't. I'll probably wait a little bit longer. Last year we had a really late snow, so I kind of don't want to get them going and have a snow. But it shouldn't in April. It really shouldn't. But I'm probably going to wait till probably around the 15th, right in the middle of the month. So about, a couple weeks, whatever, I'll put everyone through the buck and see what happens. I might have a couple of females that are sterile because they're penned together. But, so hopefully that goes well. And then I'm going to be building some rabbit tractors this spring, and we're going to get them out on pasture. I will probably run them on the yard, so to say. I'll run them on the yard or in the goat pasture. I will not run them on the sheep pasture. And I was looking into seed today, and if you haven't bought seed, you better buy seed, and the price just keeps going up. Red clover bag that I looked at last year has gone up $30 this year, and that's just the beginning. So luckily I bought some seed last year. Yeah, it's a year older. It might not germinate as well, but we're just overseeing the pasture. Sometimes you're just having bad days, and I don't believe what just happened. I'm getting feed ready for everyone, and all of a sudden I hear this loud bang in the back, and I'm like, what's going on? I go back, and one of the OCs, one of the original chickens, not from back in Illinois, but one of the first ones I ever brought here, is flopping on the ground. And the Bantam rooster's by it. Her neck's broken. I have a feeling the Bantam rooster tried to mount her, and she got mad. She flew up, and she broke her neck. Oh, at least that's what I'm thinking. It's probably what it is. Today is not a good day. It really upsets me. It really does. I can't stand things passing. And I know things have happened. And some people be like, hey, why do you show this on your channel? I do, because really it's about recording our trials and tribulations here. And how we learn from things and how we get better. I know things need to be better. I know I can get things better. It just takes time and effort. And before you know it, we'll never have a problem. But if you're starting homesteading, you'll see me dropping goat buckets of feed and whatever else, and in a dirty chicken coop right now because I'm waiting for spring. But that's why I talk about, that's why I show some of it. I know some people might not like it, but one day there should be nothing. One thing I can tell you is today the goats are getting ripped off on a little bit of feed. They're probably going to get, I don't know, about half a quart less. But I think they'll survive. I gave them a full bale of hay today. I think they're doing all right. Well, the one weird thing is I gave them a full bale of hay today for the goats, and they really didn't eat it all yet. I mean, there's still quite a bit left. I usually give them a whole bale per day, and they'll finish it off. I give them half a bale in the morning, half a bale at night. Probably actually more like a quarter of a bale in the morning, and probably a third at night. That usually lasts them a whole day. But today I gave them a full bale, and there's quite a bit left. I mean, there's probably still 3/4 of it left. So that's kind of odd for a cold day, because usually ruminant animals keep warm by food. So I'm going to take note of that. I'm going to go back and feed the sheep. I gave them a full bale today, but that bale was about a third short. It was a small bale, so it was probably the starter bale, and it wasn't super tight. So I'll see where they're at, but I know I gave some to Jenny, which you saw earlier, and I'll see how much she's got left and what's left in the feeders, but there might not be any left. We'll find out. Morning, people. It's Friday. According to the rooster, it's crowing time. Battery died last night, so we'll just pick up here with Friday, do a few days, put it all together, make a super long video, which most will not watch all the way through. All right, we're back here with the sheep and a few of the chickens. We'll check on them, get things going. What we have planned for today, I don't really know. It's not supposed to be that warm. There's a feeder sale at one of the auctions, which we tend to go to. We never buy anything because it's cows, but we like to go. It's kind of like a date night kind of thing. But hopefully today we have good news and no more depressing things happening. Hopefully all the lambs are doing well, and I will find out, and you'll be along with me. Well, here's the sheep. I can see one lamb. I can see a couple others. I can see 4 over there. I can see 1 there. I'm missing 1. I'm missing yours. Where's yours? Usually he's right there where Alice is. I don't like these kind of mornings. And a chicken inside my feeder laying an egg. And there he is. Okay. Yeah, his leg's still pretty messed up. I put a note on the video I was editing. You can't see it necessarily, but he has a bruise. There's an area that's swollen. Try to give him something for that swelling. Try to get him to heal up. It wasn't broken, but it's clearly bruised and messed up. It happened right after he was born. And it just kind of goes along with everything else going on this year. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at Eleanor, and she's limping a little bit. She's probably got something going on with a hoof. And that's something we just we haven't been able to cure here is hoof problems. It's just been so wet, and we have clay that is so close to the surface, water just stands here, especially during the spring. And last fall it was so darn wet, it just never has been able to dry out. And with all the snow we got this year, it really can't dry out. And you want camera time? Is that it? I can't move the camera, right? I don't have my little thing. But yeah, it's just never drying out. Too much clay and too much water standing, and I'm just having hoof issues. And it really comes down to one day I need to win the lotto and build a hoop house with a concrete floor. Well, surprisingly, I only had to add about half the feeder full of hay. There's still some left over from yesterday. That's just crazy. There's a chicken in there going nuts because I took it off its nest. My hay feeder is not its nest. I really like the chickens, but I don't like the chickens. They are the destroyer of worlds. They're like goats, and if you don't have chickens, and you get chickens, you'll understand. There's people that are chicken people and love them to death. Not saying that I don't care for my chickens, but man, can they destroy stuff. They really can, and we have them free ranging, and they just go everywhere. And I know that's best for them, and they stay here, and the food's here, and they lay really nice eggs. But the problem is, it's always like an Easter egg hunt every day. But right now, we're getting about close to 18 eggs a day that are good, viable eggs. We're getting no duck eggs right now, which is fine. My duck eggs should be coming in soon, but yeah, we're getting close to 18 eggs a day. I feel that's pretty good. We have some young ones. I got some pullet type looking eggs still, even though they're about 8 months old now. But we have some really good layers, but I have too many. I really do. Yeah, here's my eggs from this morning. I left a few behind. We got half a dozen already. Look at that one. It's like a pullet egg. All right. Back for the afternoon, nighttime chores, whatever you want to call it. As it gets brighter out, I start going out just a hair later. Guineas just always follow me. Kind of an odd day today. Some things going on, but I got a job interview this coming Tuesday, so I got that. Maybe get back into my trade, because, you know, probably could use it. That'll allow us to buy some more equipment and maybe increase size here or something. Give us something new and give us a little bit more infrastructure maybe. So I'm gonna run around, do some chores here. Anything comes up, I'll let you know. It's one thing I've noticed. Oh no, she's go run. He's go run. Is that the ram tends to stay with mom. He's a mama's boy. And he doesn't go out there with the renegades. But he eats hay. He's eating hay pretty good. We don't creep feed here with feed, so he's on grass only, you know, or grass type pellets, alfalfa pellets, and it stopped. But he's in there with the rest of them. He's eating hay. He's really doing good. But he is a mama's boy, which is kind of good. Because that means he'll stay in the fencing, unlike the renegades. Okay. All right, here's the rest of the eggs for the day. I got one more place to check, but we got what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So yeah. Easy. Chickens are out here and running around, guineas. The dog is dragged trash from all over the place. I got a lot to clean up out here this year. Clean up the place. But this old chicken house that we had, I'm going to convert this over to hold rabbits. But I have a feeling there's going to be an egg in there because someone's probably laid an egg in it. So we're going to check. 3 eggs. I cleaned all the eggs out of there. So there's 3 more. We might be close to 2 dozen a day now. All right, so remember to pound that like button. Share with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't. It's free to subscribe. And leave a comment if you can. It helps with the algorithm. We're over 100 now. We've hit our goal. We'd like to hit a new goal. We'd like to hit 500 by the 2-year anniversary. That's a ways away. But help us get there. And the content can only get better. I got some new things coming. We have some projects coming up this spring. We're going to be working on the pasture lot again this year. So, till then, I'll see you around. And if I have anything from the Mercer auction, I'll put it on after this. All right, thanks.